Hi, welcome back, and yeah, commuting by motorbike. So, this was filmed at 5:15 in the morning when I left for work on the east coast of Scotland, where sunrise is actually now 6 a.m. Obviously, on a clear day, it's a lot brighter, and today was clear. There was cloud off on the east coast though, and commuting at these times of day is absolutely brilliant because you're going to work before the world's come awake as such. Apart from the odd delivery vehicle, you don't meet anyone. It's before the mad rush to get up to Edinburgh. The office workers begins about 7 a.m. and then you're finished at 2:30 in the afternoon. You're on your way home before the rush hour starts about 5, 6, 7 o'clock. It's great, and well, yeah, the Royal Enfield Classic 350 is absolutely perfect for work. Apart from proving to do 100 miles to the gallon, which I'll do a video about, because a lot of folks seem to only get 70 and 80 to the gallon, and mine seems to have improved to easily over 100 since I got rid of the cat. So we'll try and do a wee video about that. And you'll see in this film I'm not going fast, 40 to 50 mile an hour on these A roads and B roads. Now, everybody talks about deer and wildlife, you know, in general, jumping out on you in the dark, but I've actually discovered that 9, 10 o'clock in the morning is more chance of getting a deer running out on a road near woodland where the public walk dogs, because that is a big thing that scares and panics deer. I know that from having worked for a couple of years as an estate manager. We had a lot of deer we had to put down that had been hit with cars, who'd been spooked out of woods. And the biggest problem actually with pre-dawn commuting is birds on the road, especially pigeons. They seem to just sit on the road, and I don't know if they're fat and lazy from eating all night or what, but they just are reluctant to get off the road. And I've hit actually a couple of pigeons on my bike and go to work. A couple have actually hit the mirror on the right hand side, and I've had to like manually tighten it back up as I'm riding. But anyway, yeah, so what do I like about commuting? Well, it's great because you get to enjoy it on a motorbike. And the only other way I've done this before where I really enjoy commuting was cycling. First of all, I'm just pulling in here. This view across to the Bashrock to Tallinn Castle. Sadly, there's a cloud bank you can see out east just now, but yeah, it's a great view. So I really used to enjoy cycling to work because when I was a head greenkeeper previously, you prepared yourself for the day's work and you arrive fresh, switched on, ready to go, because you've got a team of guys arriving and you've got to be ready to help them out with what they're doing for the day and stuff, and be ready to go. That's the nature of being a greenkeeper, as if you can't get up in the morning, you ain't going to be a greenkeeper. That's all there is to it. It's an early start and you're on the ball first thing, got to be awake. And then after a day's work, cycling home, I found you can unwind, switch off from the day, and when you get home it's all done and finished, and you're home and it's your life, your house, your home, you know, your family, friends, etc. And the van's quite good because you can listen to whatever music you want, but you know, driving a car's just so lazy and you're half asleep, you know, and it's safe, but keep that for the winter time, I think. And I only work a 3-day week now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I've only been in one downpour going to work so far on my motorbike, and at the end of the day it's only rain and it's warm, it's summer. We've got drying rooms to hang clothing, so when I'm going to go home I can repack the waterproofs away. But yeah, the Royal Enfield has proven to be absolutely perfect at real world speeds that you're actually riding when you're commuting. it's so relaxed with the lower revs. It's like a 250 Jap bike revving its head off. Yeah, I'll open up to 70 now and then going home from work, but you know, it just loves to plod along in top gear. The lights are adequate. You can see here I'll probably put a halogen bulb in it though. The good thing it is it's just a regular H4 bulb, so I'll probably put a lighter bulb in it. But yeah, it's great. I know there's a few folk out there with YouTube channels who are trying to earn money on it. I don't do that. I'm not interested actually. I've been offered to test motorbikes and do reviews on them, but I'm not really that interested in that. I buy my own bikes with my own money, and I just want to share passion of a hobby of this, my military Jeep and my fat bikes that cycle on the coast. And it's quite funny here because I'm putting an indicator on in North Berwick in a deserted high street. So in 4 or 5 hours time this will be absolutely mobbed with holiday makers and day visitors. But you're getting a wee view here of an absolutely deserted North Berwick high street. Apparently one of the most desirable places to live. I'm a bit concerned with that van sitting there with the doors open it's the delivery van and not something breaking. But yeah, absolutely packed here during the day. So anyway, what else do I want to talk about? My bike. Yeah, so back to the YouTube thing. There's a few guys I really like their YouTube channels, and you can glean a lot of information from YouTube channels on these bikes or whatever other subjects you follow. But I do feel a lot of them just are starting to make videos just because they have to get the views, and sadly I think a lot of the YouTube channels, once they get monetized, they seem to lose quality. I first started noticing this with camping and outdoor stuff. People were really interested to follow, and then they just start reviewing stuff they're getting sent, and they're just doing it for something to do more than, like you say, for a passion, or I say. And I can't find faults with this bike. I mean, there's complaints about plastic chrome that you can see in the picture on the Speedo and that. This is a £4 motorbike. What do you want for £4? What can you get for £4? To put that in perspective, an MOT service and 2 tyres for a modern sports car is about 1,500 quid. I know this because my partner just paid 250 quid per tyre for her tyres for a sports car, and so £4 in 2022 for a complete motorbike is nothing. When I bought my bike, I was looking at in the showroom, I was looking at Husqvarna enduro bikes. Now I used to buy enduro bikes, Honda and a couple of KTM's, and they're £9.5 That's twice the price of an Enfield Bullet. So how can you actually find a fault with this bike? I paid £4,400, even more than this bike cost, in 2000, 22 years ago, for an XR400. So if it's got a few glitches, who cares? If it starts every morning on the button, doesn't piss oil everywhere, runs, lights all work, everything works, what is there to complain about? I can't find any complaints with it. It's doing what I've bought. I mean, it's just, you get what you pay for, but for £4 it's an absolute bargain. That's all I'm going to say about it. And in the real world today, of daytime busy roads, so many cars on the road, who cares about a big fast motorbike? I know I drove down the A1 back from Edinburgh at 60 mile an hour the other day, and I absolutely hated it, because it's just folks sitting at 80, 90 mile an hour in the outside lane, and it was just horrible. It was a horrible experience, and I just wanted to, I should have just turned off the A1 actually and come back on country roads, because that's what this bike's designed for. It's real world roads. And yeah, so anyway, I'm off to work now, and if you've got any ideas or anything you want me to make films on regarding subjects for the Royal Enfield or anything else on my YouTube channel, I don't want you to subscribe to me and send me money and do all that Patreon crap that everybody seems to do a begging thing for. I just want you to enjoy what I do. So come and say hi in the comments, and I'll see you all again soon with another video. Okay, cheers for now, bye.